Hey guys, what's going on? Tyler here from Tyler Teaches Tech, and guys, today we are going to go over 5 of my very favorite plugins for WordPress. Now, I know it's been a little bit that I haven't been on this channel. I've actually been working on a different YouTube channel and even started another YouTube channel, so I now have 3 channels that I'm working on. This one I kind of just used for a small little project and then kind of let it go. But the more I've been thinking about it and the more I've been working on the other channels, I've kind of come back to I really like this channel and I like the idea behind this channel. So I'm going to go ahead and keep working on it on the side. However, I am really into business, so I also have to rationalize how I'm spending my time and if there's any money coming back in return. So if you guys could do me a huge favor and go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because I now need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time over the next year to be able to even get monetization enabled on my channel. So go ahead and subscribe. That actually really helps me and helps support my channel and support my passion in making these videos for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump right into it here. This is actually my website for my brand new tech unboxing and tech review channel. So this channel that you're currently watching this video on right now is more like software, and the other channel, Unbox Techie, is more like hardware and actual tech and gear products. So let's go ahead. This is my website right here. I've got it set up. I've started setting it up. Had quite an adventure trying to get this whole layout to look the way it does. It was a little bit tricky, but I finally figured it out. If you guys are interested, I can show you exactly how I did this with this kind of gray background in the white box pattern and style that I'm using here. So if you guys are interested in that, I can make a video on that. Just drop a comment down below. So let's go ahead and just jump into it here. So like I said, I built this website on WordPress, and it is a pretty good website. I like so far how it's looking and kind of the different style the vibe it's putting off. Okay, so first things first, one of my very favorite WordPress plugins is this Grid Plus right here. Now if we actually go back over to my website, we can see right over here that we have this thing, this little pop-up right here. And when you hover over it, you actually get the title of the post. So this is technically a post right over here. And as I make more posts, they're going to come up in a grid fashion, meaning there will be one below it and another one below it, kind of in a list fashion, if you know that style right there. And then the other option that I have is I can make a grid layout, meaning like multiple. So I can have 2 columns, 3 down, 5 down, 10 down, or I could have 6 columns and 4 down, or however I want to make it, however the grid I want to make, I can go ahead and set that up. And that's specifically for posts that I'm posting. And they have a lot of different options here. If I jump into Grid Plus, I can actually see that's the grid that I'm using right now. I can actually add a grid here, and I'll walk you through exactly the process that I go through. Go ahead and name the grid, and then you go ahead and select whether it's a grid, masonry, or carousel. I typically prefer grid. I haven't really used the other two quite as much. I know masonry is something different. It looks a little different. Carousel is usually like a slider almost. So you might want to look at those if those interest you. You'll notice here it doesn't have an option for 1 column. So there is actually a way to do it, but it's a little bit trickier. I typically, unless my homepage is only like a list of like posts in this style, I typically am going to go with 1 column. That's how I built out my sister's blog website. That's how I built out this website. That's how I built out, actually for another client I worked with, his website, actually I used double columns. So I used the 2 column feature. And typically I'm going to use one of those 2. If you go a little bit bigger, you start getting smaller icons and it gets a little bit harder. So I'm going to go ahead and just for the sake we'll do a 1 column. I'll show you how to do that since that's a little unique. Gutter is going to be your margins or your paddings. Basically it's your margins between your different posts. So if you have like 1 block here and 1 block here, your gutter, or margin is going to be this area right here. And if you have them side by side as well, they're going to be right up against each other. It's going to be the margin right in the middle. So that also is from the outside too. So how much they're in, how much they're pushed on every side, how much spacing there is. Typically I go with 5 to 15 pixels, somewhere in there. We'll go ahead, we won't worry about this. We'll go ahead and go to data source. This is kind of cool. You can pull specific posts from a specific category. So right here we can choose our category right here. In the other one I just went ahead and went with a video category because that's where I'm posting my videos. And then we can also check out, let's see, we can even do pages like that. Typically I'm just going to do it for posts because that's what's updating dynamically and that's what I'm updating often. Show category, we can actually display like the actual category name. I'm not going to worry about that. Select author, so if we want to or if it's a video, it's in the video category, but it's only the author Tyler instead of, you know, John or whoever. We can filter it by author. And then yeah, include in post, exclude in post. So if there's certain, you know, tags or different words you need in the post to pull it, basically it makes it super versatile. So you can have this list very, you know, directly populated with this dynamic content. So if you wanted, you know, so this is my tech website, right? My tech review website. So if I wanted all of the tech review gear that was written by me and that has the word camera in it, then I can go ahead and create a page and a grid specifically for this. So someone can click on camera in my menu and go to a page and see just the posts that are right there, and this will dynamically pull that. And when I say dynamic, I mean, you know, programmatically, meaning you're not having to manually do it. Dynamic is when something is programmatically done. So let's see, right here we have pagination. I always say this word wrong. And point in case, I always say this word weird. So right here we have a couple different options: page numbers, load more button, infinite scroll, or show all. So this is the amount of actual posts that'll be displayed. Typically for that client that I built out his website, I did page numbers. It was easy. You just hit the next button and it goes to the next. It just brings the next 6 items in or whatever, however many you have to display. So let's see, for the other example, for my actual page, I believe I had it set to 3. Now this extra space down here, that's actually a different issue. That's not with Grid Plus, that's a different issue. But I'm going to go ahead and just hit page numbers. That's fine. We'll just drop it down to 3. I'm probably not even going to build out this grid. I just want to show you what it's going to look like. You have your different animations. These are super basic. They bounce in, bounce up, fade down, you know, fade in left, slide in up, zoom in, anything you want. You can preview them right there. And then your skin options. This is kind of where I choose, you know, what type of little grid I'm going to put together. So this right here is just a basic thumbnail. This one you hover over, you get the post title and the excerpt. And this is the one that I use on my website. However, you can see there's no excerpt. I've actually cut that out. I've displayed none that. So I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Let's see. So that's, I mean, these are just different ones. Pop up, little icons popping up over with a semi-transparent black foreground, and then your colors, you can change all your colors. I don't worry too much about that. I like this pretty standard, you know, just black, hover over. So yeah, here is the layout. Now we can go ahead and hit generate layout, and this will show me exactly what we've generated. Now you'll notice there's square here. You can change the image ratio right here. If you're doing something like YouTube videos, you would go ahead and just set it to the thumbnail size. That's what I do, 1280 by 720. And there you go, we got these thumbnail size. Now here's where it gets tricky. You have the 2 columns, however this is kind of like an editor here. You can actually kind of use your mouse and edit things here. So I can go ahead and trash these, and then I can add item and choose one. So if I just want, let's say this one right here, and then I can drag right down here, there's some arrows in the corners. You can actually drag it and it will stretch all the way out. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit change image ratio and apply it again so it updates there. So now I have a full you know, image or a full post that's going to cover that entire 2-column span. So this is pretty much how I do it, and then I would go ahead and add another item and just add as many as I need now. So if it still says, you know, there's 6 per page, you're going to have to add 6 items here if you are doing it this way in this method. You can, however, I believe you can add, so let's see, there's a kind of a cool style. Yeah, this is a little different here. It pops up with the post, so I can go ahead and add that. I could add another one right here, so I could go, you know, like a 1, 2, 1 like that, or I could just stretch this out. And again, I'll change image ratio and apply that. And yeah, so when you hover over that, it's going to give you the pop-up. When you hover over this, it's going to be the dark. So that's different, just something interesting. And again, these are going to populate dynamically, so you can, you know, choose how you want to do that. Back here on data source, you can also choose the order if you want it ascending or descending, meaning if you want your latest first or your oldest first. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Right here, you'll hit Save Layout, and that'll give you a little shortcode. I can jump back over here, move myself over. Sorry, hands are slipping off the touchpad here. So if I go back to the grid here, then I can see there it is right there, shortcode. You just click this button, it'll copy, and then you can paste it wherever you need to. And this leads me into my second favorite plugin. Also, I was having a weird issue. I think it's something with the theme, but it was not showing up. I downloaded this plugin right here, Content Views, and for some reason it showed up. I'm never going to use Content Views, but it was an easy workaround, so I don't know what's going on there, but yeah. Typically in other themes it showed up just fine, no problem. So let's go ahead and check out the next plugin. It is actually called Elementor, and I'll actually show you here. Let's see. So right over here we have our plugins, and I have Elementor right here. Like I was saying, it is a page builder, and I am a web developer and web designer by, you know, by study, by default. But this page builder is incredible, and I can bust out websites like so quickly. And I've used it on a lot of different websites. I've, you know, used it for, I've helped other people build websites with it. I've taught people how to use it. It's super simple. So it's Elementor, it's free. Their Pro is got some really cool features, and it's only, I think, $1.99 for unlimited websites, which is a super good deal. You know, I'm not sponsored by them or have any affiliation with them. I just, when I find something I like or a company that I really like, I really, you know, stick to it and really promote it because I think they're an awesome service, and Elementor is for sure one of those. So let's go ahead and jump. You can actually check out on my entrepreneurship channel, Tyler E. Morrison. I actually have made some videos about Elementor and how to make sales funnels using Elementor. So go ahead and check those videos out. And let's go ahead and jump over. Let's just go ahead and create a page here. So I'll just show you really quickly and really basic how you create a page with Elementor. The first thing I do is hit add a page. I put in a title, so I would put in a title and I publish it. Now this depends on either if I'm going to be using this page for just a standard page in my website, or if I'm going to make it a landing page, meaning usually there's a header up top with your menu and all that stuff. If I want that on there, then I'm going to go ahead and just keep it at default template. If I want to take it off, meaning it's just a blank canvas, which is great for sales funnels if you know how ClickFunnels and all of that style works, it's awesome for that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Elementor Canvas and just show you, hit update, and then right over here we're going to hit edit with Elementor, and then this is going to launch Elementor. You'll see the E right up here, it's launching, and this is Elementor right here. I want to show you how easy this is. You can drag literally and drop anywhere the titles and everything like that. Now I've programmed my my theme. Basically, I programmed my site to make white boxes around my content and, you know, keep the background gray. So that is a little bit, you know, more advanced, but this is going to work like super basic in any way. So to get out of something, you know, you can just type right here like new tech review, and then right you can go over to style, you can change the text color right over here. You can, change the font, you can add text shadow, you can even add blend modes. If you know anything about like Photoshop, like this is crazy stuff. You can go ahead and like blend colors together, blend things in together, then hit content right over here. You can center it right. I mean, it's just so simple and so easy. And then you can change even the HTML tag, which will change the size. You don't even have to though. You can go into style, edit typography, and just adjust the size like you want it. And then you're like, oh, I don't know if that's going to work on mobile. Right down here at the very bottom. Again, this is super basic and quick overview. So just like stick with me. Down here on mobile, you can see like exactly what it's going to look like, your tablet version, desktop version. You can adjust things for just one specific device. So if you just want it to show up on mobile or just want it to look a certain way on mobile, then you can definitely do that. And then advanced, you have all these different margins, the index, backgrounds, like just so much. Like there's so much, but it is so simple. I mean, I literally taught my sister who, knows nothing about creating websites. I taught her how to use this, and she is making like some stunning websites and web pages and blog posts just from simply Elementor. Like it's out of this world how easy it is. You can go ahead and drag in a text editor. So I mean, like, look at this. Like, we've already got a page put together just like that. And then we're like, oh man, I just hit up here at the menu and back. That gets me back to this dashboard. Go ahead and add like an image. You can just drop an image in there. We'll add like a video right up here. Oops, that didn't make it. There we go. You can just add like a video right in there. And look at this. I mean, like super quick. Like my page is built out already. I add the YouTube URL or Vimeo or Dailymotion, self-hosted, like anything I want, like I just add it there. Start times, I can autoplay this, mute it, loop it. I mean, everything. It's all there and super easy. Look, I can even change the aspect ratio. Like if you get one page builder plugin for WordPress, this should be it. I'm just telling you, it's beyond easy. There's some pro features that you don't have access to, but everything here you do have access to, which is great. I mean, they even have like icon boxes, so you can even like drop this down below. You can use all of Font Awesome's icons right here, and then you can just title something, put it in there. And then if you want to build out like something fancier, you can hit the plus here, go down. Let's go ahead and split this into 3 columns, and we'll do, actually let's go back to that icon box, or we can do a counter right here, so we'll count up to a number, and that's all animated. We can do a button right in the middle, and we can center that and make it large. And then guys, I'm just kind of geeking out right now. I'm sorry, this is like just super awesome. The first time I found out about this and like learned how to use this, I was like, this is changing how everyone designs websites forever. Like this is like ClickFunnels on roids. Honestly, I like it so much better than ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is not good in my opinion. So I mean, it's good for what it is, but when it comes to Elementor, comparing the two, like it doesn't even hold a candle because, yeah. And then Builderall, I mean, Builderall can't even compete with ClickFunnels. So let's go ahead and exit out of this, or let's go ahead and just update this, and I'll show you what it looks like here. And we can go ahead and hit up, and oh, let me show you one more thing real quick before I jump out of this. You can also save this as a template. So say I wanted this video, icon box, headline, and this, and these 3 columns. I go ahead and save it as a template. Go ahead and just save it just like that. And then whenever I need to add something, I'm going to go ahead and hit this plus. Even if your page is already built out, I can hit the plus. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me get back out of that. And then just like this, I can hit the X and it disappears here, it deletes it. I hit this folder, that's what I meant to do. They have pre-built templates that'll add things to your media library, like photos and things like that, and put them all together for you. Or you can go to My Templates and go ahead and hit just insert like this. And boom, this is a video template that I saved. So it will, here we go, when it loads up. So there is the template. It's just got a video, it's got the button, it's got the, the title, the text, and the disclaimer at the bottom, everything. I mean, that's it. So I just load it in, switch out the YouTube video, change the title, change the text, and I'm done. And like, I've literally built a web page in like less than 5 minutes. Like that's pretty impressive. So Yeah, that is Elementor. Let's go ahead and jump out of Elementor, and I'll show you these other two are not quite as like crazy. These other few, excuse me, are not as crazy as Elementor, but they're probably something that you have never even heard of or don't even know about. And that is this one right here, automatic featured images. Oh, sorry, automatic featured images from YouTube and Vimeo. So this is really cool. It looks for, oh, actually it's right here. If a YouTube or Vimeo video exists in the first few paragraphs of a post, automatically set this post featured image to the video's thumbnail. So again, I went ahead and let's see, actually, let's go ahead and just create a post so I can show you really quick. We'll just go add new, we'll title it title, and we'll publish it. And then we'll go ahead and edit with Elementor. And we will open up, again, we'll open up my template here so you can just see how easy this is. Go ahead and insert this. So look, I already got my template built out. I'm just going to go ahead and click on this, not play it, click on the box here. If I can click on it without it playing, click on the edit, there you go. That little pencil up there. So let's go ahead, we can just grab a random video off YouTube. I'll just grab one of mine so we can throw it on there. So check this out. If we go ahead and just grab this, just don't play there, and then we throw it in here, boom. So then we will go ahead and update. And let me make sure this works because I already did publish it for the first time. So let's see if this works. So now we go back. Let's go ahead and refresh this. Oh, actually, you know what? I noticed I need to add that post to the videos category. So it'll show up in my grid plus there. So it's under uncategorized right now. I'm going to go ahead and add it to videos, remove it from uncategorized, update it. And look, you can already see there's the featured image right there. So look, it dynamically pulled that in. So it pulled in my thumbnail off the YouTube video and just put it as the featured image. So let's go ahead, sorry, I'm jumping around here. Let's go ahead and jump back to Unbox Techie, the website, and look at that. Just like that, boom. That was all dynamic. I literally could have these posts done in like, I mean, as long as it takes for me to copy a link from YouTube, put a title in, and write a paragraph. I could even pull the audio from YouTube and dictate it to text, and boom, I mean, I'm done. Like, that's how crazy simple and crazy easy it is once you set this up. So that YouTube thumbnail is being pulled in by that plugin, which I told you about, which is the automatic, let me look at the name again, automatic featured images from YouTube and Vimeo. Again, so that's a super awesome plugin, something you probably don't use. My number, let's see, is this 4? Yeah, my number 4 is duplicate page. It does exactly that. It duplicates pages. It might even do posts. I've used a few of them. It doesn't really matter, anything like that. Yeah, look at that right there, duplicate this. I literally click it and it comes up as a draft and it's saved as a draft. And that's it. I mean, it's that simple. It's awesome for, you know, if you're having to make a lot of the same things. You can just use Elementor templates. Like, I just recently found out about that feature. Like, it makes it super simple. If you do need to duplicate pages though, you're making like similar pages, it's super easy. And then you just go into Elementor and make your few tweaks and you're done. Let's see, the last one is add custom CSS. I will show you this. If you don't know CSS, I suggest that you learn a little bit about it. I will try and show you a little bit of my CSS that I use quite often. Let me see if I can actually see more information about this plugin. So you can see the icon. Yeah, that's their icon right there. It's this like red background with the shadows around the brackets. This is the one I use. I really enjoy using this one because it's super simple. You have global CSS right here, meaning CSS that's going to apply to your entire website right here. This is it. This will apply anything. For those that don't know what CSS is CSS is code that applies to the style and design of your website. It's specifically style and design, nothing like no like actual like core functions of your website. It's just style and design, and you can do kind of animations and stuff with it, but that's pretty much it. So right here, this applies any rules that you put here, any adjustments you make right here will apply to your entire website. And then if you didn't notice, let's see here, sorry, pages, where is it? If you didn't notice, on my actual page, down at the bottom, you also have custom CSS that applies directly to that specific page. So if on just one page you needed to remove, let's say like the masthead or the title or the header or something like that, you can go ahead and just remove it right from there. Again, that's awesome. I love doing that, and I use it all the time on every website I build. It's just a must-have for me. I think that's about it, guys. That wraps up our 5. One thing I do want to note about the CSS plugin is let me see if they've changed it, but it doesn't work for post. Oh, just kidding, it does now. There was a time I believe that it didn't work for post. It wouldn't let me alter things in post, so I had to go with another CSS plugin. They're all pretty good. I really do recommend this one though, because it is just really easy and straightforward. And again, if you don't have any CSS to add, you just leave it blank and go ahead and update and create your pages and posts just like that with it blank. And that's pretty much it, guys. Go ahead and subscribe and like this video if you liked it and learned something, and let me know in the comments down below what plugins you are going to add to your website and why you chose those ones. Also, go ahead and be sure and check back. Hit that little bell icon so you can be notified of future videos, because I am trying to upload very frequently, and this is going to be all nerdy website, just all kinds of different stuff. Also, just, personal programs that I use, software, anything nerdy, codey, just, all the good stuff. All right, guys, it's Tyler with Tyler Teaches Tech, and I will catch you next time.